I am seriously going through all of this footage, and I have no idea how I'm going to edit this video. How am I going to do this? So what's going on, guys? Front and center right here before we go on into the video. I really don't know how I'm going to edit this one. I'm going through all the footage right now, and I'm not really sure how this is going to end up. So what this is my girlfriend's 1997 Ford Escort, and it is in rough shape to say the least. Her car has been a project I've been wanting to start for a while now, mostly because of the condition it's in. But I'm not like trying to talk down about this car, because while she was in college, this car had clout. Like everyone knew her car, and it was just such a meme, but in a good way, you know what I mean? Like everyone saw that car and knew that it was awesome. It was kind of just this whole thing around school. But now that she has graduated college, the car is here at my house while she is out of state on a 5-month internship. There's something in my eye. Why right now do we plan on doing that? Which means I have full access to her car as well as permission to get this thing back up to. So it's gonna be turned into something nice. I want this. There's still something in my eye. Oh my god, this thing's gotta be something nice. I really want to make this like going and buying a 97 Escort right off the dealership. I want it to be clean. The only request I have from her: do not get rid of my fucking rear bumper, is what she said. She got into a little fender bender accident thing where like someone and something back bumper boom hole, and now she has mounted flowers back there. And that is something she loves, and as well as one thing she is well known for with the car. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here, try to figure this thing out and how I'm going to edit it, but you guys are just gonna carry on with the video. But before we go any further, if you guys really could just take a second to help me out by pressing the like button, go ahead and press subscribe, and go ahead and ring that bell. That way you know every single time I upload. We're gonna end this right here with the face cam stuff and get on with the wheels. I may bother you at the end of the video again, but I'm not really sure because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Scared the hell out of me. We're done with this face portion here. Let's go ahead and continue onwards. So what we're looking at doing here is doing a complete cleaning and then polishing these things up so they shine like they were new. Only problem is there are some scratches and whatnot that are going to be really hard to get out, and some of them don't come out, but that's alright. What's really weird about these wheels is that the chrome is almost like a plating. It's almost like a wrap, but hard. I don't know how, a veneer? I don't know how else to explain it. So we start off with some Adam's iron remover just to get some sort of iron decontaminant there, just because of all the brake dust and whatnot that are on these wheels. It makes it a lot easier to break down all the growth. And then with a multitude of brushes, including a brush on my drill and some P&S brake buster, we go ahead and attack these wheels and get them nice and cleaned up, so that way we can use some sort of polishing apparatus, I guess you could say, later on. One thing to notice here, I did change the kind of brush I use on my wheels now. Not this one that's popping up, it's more of a stiffer brush from a little combo pack of things I got off of Amazon, but you'll see it later on. But it's a Max Shine detailed brush, not the ever so soft, but a boar's hair one, and man, I cannot recommend these things enough. As you can see, even with the wheels crystal clean, there's just so much pitting that has just been from years of abuse from not being cleaned. We're not trying to get 100% perfection with these wheels in general, which is why I'm only going to be focusing on the face. I want the face to look as nice as possible, which is why I'm using this little wire brush attachment for my drill to get into the really hard, intricate spots where pitting has just built up so much. If anything, it's going to make the wheels have like a haziness to it as if you were to sand them or anything like that, but once I go through with the polish, it's definitely going to clean those up. So this spot right here is what really showed me into kind of plating on top of the wheels themselves, because you can see that damage has kind of like lifted up the top layer. I don't know if there's water in there or what it could have been, probably heat, but overall whenever we are polishing we definitely want to be careful about that. And the polish we're going to be using is Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. This stuff works really good on anything that's metal. And then I'm using a cylindrical kind of cone looking thing that attaches to my drill that I bought off of Amazon. They come in multiple different grades, I guess you could say, but I'm using the orange one for like a medium type of cut, and it worked out beautifully. I'm going to really work it into every little crevice that I possibly can, including the lug holes, and then focus on the faces by tilting the drill sideways. I gotta say, man, the finish from this stuff just worked out perfectly. And all you do is work the product in and then go ahead and take a microfiber towel and just wipe it off. Ideally, you want to coat it with something, which we end up doing later on in the video. But another thing to look at too, especially when it comes to wheels, you can see the stuff is getting all over the tires, which we definitely assess after we get done. We go ahead and clean those tires again just to make sure everything is nice. So while the wheels are off the vehicle, it'd be kind of stupid just to ignore the wheel wells. So what I ended up doing was making sure everything was rinsed out and completely cleaned as best as possible, at least. Then I took some Meguiar's APC diluted 4:1 in my IK sprayer and sprayed everything, then took a nice firm brush and brushed everything out the best I possibly could. Needless to say, I think these wheel wells aren't really repairable in a sense unless I were to cover everything up and then just spray it black like a lot of people would, but overall we got it as clean as we could. first wheel being done, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next wheel, which is going to be the driver's side back. Obviously the fronts are going to be a lot dirtier than the rears, but we still got to give as much attention to the rear ones as we do the front ones. And a lot of these lug nuts did not want to come off, which is where my brother came in. He ended up having like a torque bar, or a breaker bar I guess I should say, and that definitely helped out a lot because my measly little impact could only do so much. This is like the perfect up close shot just to show you how awesome this little tool is for getting this little specific job done. I do think I could have gotten the entire wheel clean without having the little metal wire brush, but for that really deep pitting, this thing helped tremendously. I definitely think I saved quite a few minutes by having this little tool, and honestly, you can buy any little Dremel kit and this comes with it. I think that's how I got mine at least. Right as we got to the second or third wheel, I kind of made my own little routine for making this go smoothly. After cleaning the wheel and right before going to polishing, I went ahead and hand dried it, but then I let the rest of it dry and everything just drip out, and that would be the prime time for me to go over here and do the wheel well. And then by the time I got done with the wheel well, I just went back over to the wheel, and all the water that might have been in the little places that I can't necessarily get with my towel just went out, and I went ahead and wiped it all up, and I could go and continue on. other than this little scuff mark you see right here on the face, I gotta say the rear wheels were like in much better shape than the front. They came out so much nicer. There's a lot less crud, of course, as well as scratches and marring and whatnot on the surface of the face. Like it really, those wheels came out so nice. And to me, there's no better satisfying feeling than getting a nice extreme shine off of something that is chrome. It's almost like paint. So not having my full arsenal of products at the moment, the one thing I did have was some of the Screots Garage's ceramic spray wax, and when applied properly, this stuff lasts for a long time, gives the same exact great benefits as ceramic, of course, because it's a ceramic infused wax, and it also just brings out the gloss so much. So of course, I just took a couple minutes out of the whole routine and just threw some of those on the wheels as I finished up, and the finish was great! So instead of going through the last two wheels or so and just repeating the same thing over and over again, I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys sit here, enjoy the music, enjoy the footage, and then I'll bring it back later on and talk to you guys face to face. And real quick, for the last two wheels, I ended up using the Meguiar's APC Diluted Mix My IK sprayer, and man, I should have used that stuff from the beginning. That stuff is amazing when it came to really deep cleaning these wheels. I must say, for the condition the wheels were in the minute I started working on them, I did not expect them to turn out this clean. I mean, they turned out phenomenal. Like, there are no words to describe it. I did not have any idea that they would turn out as clean as they did. And although they're just some basic kind of chrome steely wheels that came with the car, I think they definitely are era appropriate for it, and overall just bring it all together, especially once the paint's done. Like, this is going to be such a clean, stock, nice car. I'm really excited for the whole process. Speaking of the process, if you guys want to stick around and see this car progress over the next few months, go ahead and press subscribe so you can follow me along, as well as other details I have planned to edit at least. I can tell you right now, there's a Mustang coming on here soon. That's a first Mustang for the channel. If you don't know, I like kind of gathering this little library of all the different vehicles I've done. I think that's really cool to look back and just see all the different brands and types and makes and models, and it's really cool. Yeah, so if you like the video, go ahead and please show me by leaving a like on it. I will see you guys next week with another detail. It won't be this car in particular. I really need to get to cleaning my project car. If you guys don't know what my project car is, go over to Caleb Productions channel on YouTube. It'll be in the description. You can see me starting to work on it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at caleb.inc. That is INK, not INC. And I will see you guys next week with another detail. See ya.